I don't know. I've just always felt that way, but I felt like I could do more.
Okay.
And even just showing, my faith, and some of those things even showed up down here in the other side thing, like community and church. And I didn't actually have time to write it down, but something that I hope to be able to serve more, like in the community and do those kind of things. So,
Okay.
and that's a way I personally go about sharing my faith. I think it's through some actions more so than just my
Right.
words. So.
Well, and that's kind of that's kind of a theme I'm gathering from the areas that you've talked about, really.
Right.
Is really doing that through action.
Right.
But then there is this feeling that, well, I'm not doing enough yet.
Yeah.
Um,
And I've had that feeling for a while. So,
okay.
yeah.
Even before school, because I'm
Yeah.
sitting here thinking, well, this school's going to wear you out. I mean,
Yeah. Even before school, and
yeah.
I don't know. I just I have the desire to want to do more than I end up actually doing. So I think,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to share about that? I mean, do you feel pressure to do more from the outside, or is this more of an internal?
It's more internal. I don't care to tout it or anything like that. I just feel that there are things that I've been blessed with that I haven't been able to either share, whether it's my finances or just my time, or that I end up doing a lot for me when I feel like I could probably do things for other people.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so yeah.
So it's difficult treating yourself with that kindness. You
I
feel guilty.
I feel guilty because I put that first a lot, and sometimes I need it. I feel like I just want to be able to put other people first a lot of times. So.
Okay. So you do treat yourself well, and then you feel guilty for treating yourself well.
Yeah, and then I rationalize it at different times.
At different times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I love to ride my bike, and I put so much emphasis on that I love to get out and ride, and
Yeah.
and then I think that there are times where I wish I could build a bike for somebody else so they could enjoy it, but I never do. Or I want to spend time with other folks that I don't know, just other people in my life, or yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, what I'm hearing is that strong passion to kind of share your faith, but through action and helping.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes feeling a little guilty when you put yourself first.
Right.
And that's, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not getting a sense that you're really gnawed with guilt.
No, I
about
don't
this.
think I am yet. I don't know how much it
Yeah.
takes to build up.
I mean, I guess what I'm hearing is that there's a balance. You probably, all right, you're doing this and, being kind to yourself, taking care of yourself, doing the things that you need to keep your soul fed.
Right.
And then you kind of go and you do some other things for folks, and then you find, wow, I'm probably a little depleted. I need to go back. Whether that's consciously happened or not, it's a sense that I'm getting.
Yeah, and that happens.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And I also work in a faith-based program, so so a lot of my work is involved with that sort of thing, but it's also my work. So I feel like I'd want to do different things outside of work too. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, yeah.
And actually work, I know is the next thing on here, but I hope that people will say I'm hardworking at what I do, and also willing to do things without, well, I actually didn't finish that sentence, but I think what I was about to write on there was willing to do certain jobs or things without feeling like I'm too good for it, or,
Sure. Sure. So willing to take on any task that needs to be done.
Yeah.
And yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Are there any themes that you see? I know we've kind of talked about some, but did any themes stand out for you among the four categories?
Yeah, the other big one that I see on here, I know under family, I put dedicated to the family, and I also put under friends, I put dedicated to family and friends, and then also under the community and church, I put that people would see that I love my wife and family, and I think that those kind of all three go together. That I think I want people to see my faithfulness to my family because it is important to me.
Do you have an example, a recent example of when you've shown dedication towards family? And if you don't, I know it's kind of putting you on the spot.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to think of what I even mean by dedication. I guess I guess I want people to see my love for my family, and that will then show its dedication. I know that I'm dedicated to my family and a lot of deeds that I do. I mean, I do put my wife's needs often ahead of my own, and our family's small right now. We just have a dog, and her needs come a whole lot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we treat her like we spoil our dog. So
What kind of dog?
it's a Portuguese water dog.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of rare, but yeah, I find I just feel that it's an important part of my life, and I think that I don't ever want to see like work taking over my family time, or
Okay.
and there are times that I know it does, but I guess I saw that a lot growing up too. My dad had his own business, and he was dedicated to his work a whole lot,
Right.
and I think that hurt my parents' relationship and that sort of thing, and I don't want that to happen
Okay.
to my family.
So even though you probably do have to work a lot at the camp and stuff, it's something that's conscious for you, that you're aware of, and it sounds like if you're not taking all the steps you want, you do take some steps to make sure that you put family.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, one of the big reasons I'm in the program that I'm in. My wife's a school teacher, and I hope to be in the school system as well, so we can have
Okay.
a similar schedule, so we can spend time together.
Oh, nice. So you've actually made a really conscious decision and working hard towards getting to that
Yeah.
to more balanced kind of place.
Yeah. 'Cause that's just real important to me. So
Now you mentioned at the beginning of that, if there was some anxiety, it was that looking at stuff and realizing, oh, I might not be there yet with some stuff. Have we touched on these? Is it
those are the
being more dedicated with the faith and maybe
yeah.
more time with family and that kind of thing?
I would say those are definitely the two. Because there are some things where I feel like I've already met, some of these attributes. I guess like hardworking. I feel like I really do work hard at my job, and I'm just not one to sit still for a long time anyway. So I like having things to do. So I feel like I am that way. Yeah, like the whole happy thing. I think I'm already there. Yeah, so I think the two that are really standing out in all these areas are the just continue to work towards my family and faith. Those are my two big ones.
Okay. Those are areas you see to just continue to keep up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope to continue with all these, but
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah. But those stand out,
Yeah.
at least at this time.
they do.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that. And I am curious about how this went for you. I mean, just being able to share that with me right now, and what you're experiencing.
I think I guess it's good because it allows me to verbalize how I'm feeling with, I don't know, for me, when I verbalize things, it ends up kind of making me feel that I have to follow through, I guess. So,
Okay. It gives it more urgency or more,
yeah,
something, yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like when I actually end up saying things, I end up, that puts the pressure on that I need to really work on those things. But I see that as a motivational
pressure.
thing.
Yeah, motivation. I like that
Yeah.
better than pressure. Pressure
Yeah.
sometimes, but
But I like those. I'm someone who I need things like that in my life to see whether it's a goal or whatever. I know that's something about me that if I don't know, if I truly dedicate to it, then I say it, and then there you go. I've got to work towards
it's
it.
been said, so then we're gonna go do it.
Yeah.
And that sounds like that kind of pumps you up.
It does,
That really
yeah.
gets the juices flowing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's definitely a
Versus-
good thing. I didn't think it felt bad at all.
Okay. Yeah. When you mentioned pressure, I'm sitting there like, oh.
Yeah.
And that was myself coming out in there like, oh, that's the last thing I need. But yeah,
Right.
it sounds like this is what's
I
working.
like some of those kind of pressure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So being able to verbalize it, that was helpful. And is there things that I did that got in the way? Things that I may have said or got
I
in the
don't
way?
think so. I felt like you understood what I was saying pretty well, and I don't think you said anything that got in the way.
Okay. Well, in future sessions, if you do, I want us to be able to talk about that.
Okay.
And if there's anything that could be more helpful, let me know.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right. Yeah.